these symbols have been and remain prohibited in the Coast Guard, according to Admiral Kevin Lundry. Okay, so that story is not true. The Post
How
reported,
we find out about this?
It might be true.
It might be true now. It's
What?
true. Is it
So
true or not?
I'm here to step in.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
Speaking of racism adjacency, this administration, the Coast Guard, just said yesterday, according to the Washington Post, that it will no longer classify the swastika and the noose as a hate symbol. Oh, wait, that's categorically false. Okay.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the story was, the story, because it was an outrageous story. Okay.
Yeah.
But the Coast Guard denied that it won't classify. Okay. Phew, okay. So the claims that the U.S. Coast Guard will no longer classify the swastika, noose, or other extremist imagery as prohibited symbols are categorically false. These symbols have been and remain prohibited in the Coast Guard, according to Admiral Kevin Lundry. Okay, so that story is not true. The Post
How
reported,
we find out about this?
It might be true.
It might be true now. It's
What?
true. Is it
So
true or not?
I'm here to step in, looking at the headlines here. So 16 hours ago, the Washington Post reported this exclusively, that they would no longer classify swastikas and nooses as hate symbols. However, 7 hours ago from CNN says that the Coast Guard reclassifies swastikas and nooses as hate symbols after backlash. So
they did it, and then they
See,
so then
and they
people-
lied. And they lied. They
I'm
said they
glad
never
you
did.
hopped on, Smiz.
Okay.
I'm glad
Yeah,
you hopped
'cause
on.
I'm so
I was
confused.
just about to float. I was going to say, I'm opening my third eye. I'm floating the conspiracy. They was going to declassify it. But then it was like to test the rest of us to see if we was going to be like, hey, no, cut that out. And then they was like, oh, no, that was a mistake. Who knows how that happened? And it feels like that's really what happened. Like my conspiracy.
Okay.
happened.
So let's take it even further. And thank you, Smiz, because this, these stories we be pulling all day. What's the goal in declassifying the swastika and the noose in the first place? When you know that these are symbols of hate, you know that you can go to jail in Germany for messing around with a swastika, right? Like that's how serious they are. So you know that's a symbol of hate. Why would you declassify that for the Coast Guard? So you want people to fly those flags in the ocean?
So I'm opening my fourth eye now. I'm keeping my third.
That.
It's opening wider now. Put some Visine in there.
Okay.
I think they do it so they can allow people with them type of tattoos and stuff into the Coast Guard and shore up the ranks, because they actually don't have enough people enrolled in our military, because nobody could pass all those physical standards anyway. Well, nobody, if you stop allowing black and brown people and the best people in. So like, once you cut off an avenue of people who can even be part of the military, now you got to really start broadening your horizons when you look around a country that has an obesity epidemic and try to find some people that can qualify. So you like, hey, the numbers is down, boys. We just want good, wholesome, well-toned white racist people up in here. And honestly, if you look around the militia pictures, a lot of guts, a lot of snug bulletproof vests. So we gonna have to start broadening our horizons. Well, let's look at some of these rules. Which rules can we scrap that maybe we get a handful more? Like, oh, he got a six-pack and a swastika. I mean, we need the numbers. We gotta get that off. That's all the way open. I'm gonna close it back, but that was it.
Ooh, I think that's true. You know what else? Let me just since we're in bizarro world, I feel like all of the information that has been hidden, we now have access to, and it's in our spirits. You know what I'm saying? You know what's what you just said. You know is 100% true.
I feel that's true.
Prove it, but when you said it, I said
my bones. Yes.
And we got to start trusting that. because that's all we gonna have. Because we can't trust the media.
I know. It's just I hate to give in. I'm such an anti-conspiracy person. If y'all knew me, it's like my friends can say stuff and I have to be like, let's talk about the facts. I'm always worried about living in a fake reality or with a misunderstanding. But man, listen, when you let these people be in charge, what am I supposed to not believe now? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you watching one battle after another and the Christmas adventures come out there, you be like, that could be real.
Yes.
Like maybe they call it something different, but they got that.
Correct. Correct. All right. And you got people planning to take over a whole island and enslave and rape people in 2025? What we supposed to believe?
And it took us a year to catch them, by the way. Just
that's what
as part of the story.
You think they're the only two? You think they're the only two, Rod?
Once again, what's the answer? Because either I'm supposed to think if it's just two of them, it's still a hell of a coincidence they met. It's hard to believe there's one person like this. Well, how did two of them meet? Now, this could just be the test run. Like, I don't know. Maybe they caught these two, but it's 98 more. I don't know. That plan doesn't seem to make sense with just two people. But if they had like 1,000.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. They happen to have Nazi tattoos and nooses.
And with all this misinformation, would we even believe the story when we first heard it? 1,000 white men landed on an island in Haiti, took it over. They bringing slavery back. I don't know. That must be AI. That's probably fake news. I don't know what to believe anymore.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will